In this video, we're diving into the arts of delegation and trust, the twin pillars that can make or break a leader. Now, are you a founder that struggles with letting go of control or consistently bogged down because you can't trust others to do their job right? Listen, you're not alone. Now, today I'm going to show you how to get past this limiting belief. I want to share with you a framework that transformed not only my approach to leadership, but also the success of countless other entrepreneurs that I've worked with. And if you stick around to the end, I'll give you a game-changing tip that'll kickstart your delegation journey and build trust faster than you ever thought possible. So let's get started and turn you into the actual true leader of your business. By the way, if this is our first time meeting, my name is Emmanuel and I am the founder of Square One Group, and this channel is all for founders and entrepreneurs and solopreneurs that are looking for systems to give their business and their revenue a boost. Now, these are not just concepts. These are all proven methodologies that we've implemented successfully. These are straight strategies that you can directly apply for some remarkable success. And today's strategy actually transformed my business and not only spiked revenues for many of the people that I work with, but also freed them up and gave them a lot more time. But first, I want to talk about the big problems that hold many of us as founders and entrepreneurs back. The first one being the inability to delegate. When you're trying to do everything yourself, it's not just inefficient, it's unsustainable. Second, it's trust issues. You can't trust your team with tasks. You're essentially handcuffing the business's potential. And third, it's micromanagement. This not only stifles your team's creativity and growth, but it also eats into valuable time. But what happens if these issues aren't addressed? Well, it leads to burnout, with your business stifling alongside you, and your business's growth, it plateaus. And to be honest, you're gonna miss a bunch of really awesome opportunities if you end up trying to do everything yourself. Ultimately, your vision for your business, it gets really clouded with the day-to-day grind. So we need to tackle this head on to really unlock the potential of your business. Okay, so now let's chat about the actual solution to this. I want to introduce you to a framework that I've used, and it's been a game changer for delegation for me and for building trust. I learned this actually from Dan Martell, and it starts with this philosophy of buying back your time from a low income producing tasks. And it goes like this. Step one, it's to identify and analyze. It's to take inventory of all of your tasks and put a dollar amount next to it. A little pro tip that I do with this is I actually track my time using an app. Personally, I like using the app Toggle. And whenever I'm doing anything, work or personal, I'm logging it on this app. Then at the end of the week, I have a clear list of everything that I did. And based off of this list, I'm then going to put an hourly rate next to each task. The tasks with the lowest hourly rate are the tasks that I need to delegate first. And we start with delegating the cheapest tasks first because these tasks typically have the lowest risk to your bottom line. That leads us to step two, and that is to choose the right people. Not every task is set up for every team member that you have or any VA that you hire. You got to match the tasks with skills and strengths. By the way, if you don't have a team yet and you're just now starting the hiring process, then hire VAs, admins, and assistants based on the skills that you need them for each task. But I have to emphasize something real quick. Do not look for a one-size-fits-all assistant. Truthfully, if you're going to try to look for another version of you, that person probably doesn't exist. You're gonna need to hire assistants based on their skill set in completing a task. Step three, it's to create clear communication. Now, when delegating, clarity is key. Make sure expectations and outcomes are crystal clear. This means that you need to create a clear definition of done. Step four is to provide the necessary tools for support. Now, is this Slack? Is this Asana, Monday, Gmail? Your team needs the right tools in order to succeed. But here's the key. Make sure you house the instructions for the task wherever you're housing the task itself. And this is not just delegating, this is now empowering your team. And finally, the last step, feedback and trust. This is giving constructive feedback and showing trust in their capabilities. And if they don't get it right the first time, don't be harsh on them. You see, everyone is going to make mistakes the first time. This is natural. Everyone messes up, including yourself. But keep in mind, this isn't about offloading work. This is really about building a team that will allow you to stop working in your business and help you move to working on the business. By the way, if you need help creating a system, just like the one I mentioned here about delegation or even hiring, we actually have a whole framework and methodology behind this. Inside of our program called Community Builder, I'm going to leave the link for a quick 10-minute brainstorm session. If you're interested to ask questions, it's going to be in the description below. Now, let's dive into the crucial aspect of trust building. Pay attention, because if you're struggling to delegate to people, then this is where it gets good. Building trust obviously does not happen overnight. It is a process, and it starts with transparency. Be open about your goals, the challenges you or they will encounter, and expectations. Because at the end of the day, transparency, it fosters trust and aligns your team with your vision. Next, and this is key here, it's to involve your team member in the decision-making process. So set your definition of done, then ask for feedback about it. Even the smallest decisions, ask for input. This shows you value their perspective and judgment. And then there's consistent follow-up. In the beginning, before each task starts, create a cadence for how often you want to be checking in on this task. These are all opportunities to build rapport and show support. Oh, and I forgot to mention, make sure you recognize and celebrate their victories, their wins, them completing tasks. Make sure you acknowledge like all the good work that they're doing on all of their initiatives. This really reinforces positive behavior and it builds their confidence up. And then when you feel that you're ready, not them, but you, provide some autonomy, pull back, and resist the urge. I know it's hard, but resist the urge to micromanage. Autonomy is a powerful trust builder. Remember, trust is about giving responsibility and respecting the process. By the way, if you found value in this video so far, really appreciate it if you could click that like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Really just helps out the video. Thank you in advance. Now, remember in the beginning I mentioned this game-changing tip to get your delegation and trust building on a faster track to success? Well, here it is. It is to combine technology with a little bit of a personal touch. Now, first, for me, I use a project management tool as like my second brain to do everything. There's Asana, there's Trello, there's Monday. I personally use Asana. Now, these tools are fantastic for creating tasks and tracking progress. You can set up tasks and actually schedule their reoccurrence and then monitor everything from this one place. But this is where the magic happens. Create a little video of you teaching the task you delegate. In this video, you're gonna walk through the instructions and show a clear definition of done. They'll get to hear your guidance, see you performing the task, and fully understand what success looks like. This eliminates any guesswork and gives them a reference to come back to. And the beauty about this is that it not only streamlines your process, but it also builds trust through clarity and support.